President Obama will not unveil his plans to get our country out of debt until 1:35 Eastern this afternoon. No matter, the fight has already begun. It's widely expected the president will talk about entitlements, as in Medicare and Social Security. And already the AARP, the powerful lobbying group, is gearing up for a battle.
Right now, he's not thinking about his future. He can't say Social Security, much less tell you what it means.
As Medicare goes under the knife, can Social Security be far behind?
You're going to have to raise the retirement age for Social Security. Oh, I just said it, and I'm still standing here.
And that's one reason why the AARP is running this ad.
He doesn't know that his parents are counting on the money they pay in.
With a lobbying budget last year of $22 million, the AARP wants to make sure current and future seniors get that check from Social Security.
We are concerned that Social Security may be dragged into this budget debate, and there'll be unnecessary made to Social Security that will hurt current and future generations.
The truth is Social Security is not the huge contributor to the deficit that the other two entitlements are.
Although President Obama does not believe Social Security is adding to the deficit, he is open to change.
I want to thank my colleagues on the House Budget Committee.
But Republicans want bigger changes, including Medicare.
The next person.
Starting in 2022, they want the federal government to stop paying Medicare bills directly and instead give seniors vouchers for private health insurance.
Because it gives consumers, seniors, choice. It has insurers competing against each other for their business. We want to harness the power of patient choice.
And those are fighting words to AARP's David Sertner.
Particularly troubling is that the money that's allocated to buy these private insurance plans is not going to be enough, and it's going to be even less amount over time.
But here's the ugly math. 47 million people are enrolled in Medicare today. By 2040, Medicare will cover nearly double the people it does now and cost 3 times as much. Medicare, it would seem, is unsustainable. Democrats are jumping on the Change Medicare bandwagon. President Obama plans to unveil his plan tonight, with one distinct difference from the GOP, says his top advisor.
Seniors, the poor, the middle class, in the congressional Republican plan, are asked to bear most of the burden. If you weren't giving enormous tax cuts to millionaires, you wouldn't have to do that.
So the AARP is worried Social Security could be a casualty in this budget debate. David Sertner is AARP's legislative policy director. He's the guy who talks to lawmakers on Capitol Hill about policy matters. David, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
What do you think the president will say about Social Security this afternoon?
Well, of course, it's hard to predict. What we hope he says is what he said in the past, which is that Social Security is not a big contributor to the budget deficit. Social Security is in surplus right now. And so we shouldn't be cutting Social Security to deal with our current deficit problem.
But there are plenty of people out there that says Social Security has to remain solvent, and to do that, we have to make changes. So what would be so bad to talk about this issue?
Well, absolutely. We need to talk about making sure we have Social Security for the long term so that it's adequate and solvent for not just the current generation, but for future generations. But we think we should be having that conversation in the context of how do we improve the retirement security of this country, not how do we solve today's current budget deficit problem.
So
that's a very different problem.
What tweaks would you say Social Security needs? I mean, there's a lot of ideas being thrown around out there. Raising the retirement age is one. Paying more into Social Security, with each individual taxpayer is another idea. What would the AARP be comfortable with?
Well, as you know, there have been a lot of these ideas on the table for a long time. In the past, we've had balanced approaches where we've had people contribute some more. We made some adjustments to benefits. We think we'll probably do something like that again. We are right now beginning a conversation with our members and all Americans, quite frankly, on what they think we should do to help Social Security in the long term. What we do hear over and over again from people is that they want to make sure their Social Security is strong. They know they will need it. We know that pensions are down, savings are down, home values are down, people are living longer, health care costs are up. So we know that people are saying to us over and over again, we're willing to pay a little bit more now to protect our Social Security benefits.
So the AARP would be for paying more into Social Security, right?
From what we're hearing from our members and most Americans is that they're willing to pay in a little bit more to protect their Social Security benefit.
But not to raise the retirement age.
Well, the retirement age is already going up. And what we hear from a lot of people, particularly today, is it's fine to say we need to work longer, but where are the jobs? We have one of the largest levels of unemployment for older workers that we've seen in our history. So simply raising the retirement age without there being jobs isn't exactly the right thing to do right now.
So if lawmakers talk about cuts the AA does not like, how vigorously will you fight them?
Well, we're going to look at the entire package. We don't want to say, well, don't do this and don't do this. We want to look at the whole package, see what the impact is on individuals, see what the impact is on long-term retirement security. After all, this is really about trying to make sure people have a secure retirement. That's really the goal here.
David Sertner from the AARP, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.